So far, Cairn has surprised me. I don't really remember where I heard about this game, but I did play the demo back in September. The demo was short, which I guess makes sense for a demo, but it was also short in the sense that I didn't really see much in the game. The climbing mechanic was unique and interesting, but that's about it. When the demo came to an end, I wasn't really wanting or needing more from the game. Then the full game was released, and I've been seeing and hearing more and more about it. The game was drawing people in. So I bought it, and played it for a couple of hours, and it surprised me. What the developers have made outside of the demo area is much the same. You climb, it's a climbing game, but something about it draws on you to keep going. A game that I accepted as a demo all of a sudden is urging me to keep playing. It's minimal yet magnetic. In Cairn, you play as Ava, who is trying to do something that has claimed 159 lives before her: climb Mount Cami. The game starts off in a climbing gym teaching you the basics of the game. The climbing mechanic is pretty unique. You get control of one limb at a time, whichever limb is supporting the least amount of Ava's weight. And you have to try to position the arm or leg on A, a good hold, and B, somewhere that moves Ava up the wall. When you're a dangerous height above the ground, you can drive a piton in the wall. Alright, let's piton. Which not only temporarily saves your progress, but also gives you a moment to recollect your strength. All of this is strangely intuitive, and it doesn't take long to understand. Out of any other game, to me, this climbing system is the closest to what climbing is actually like. Just like climbing in real life, the gameplay is decisive and methodical. Each movement requires specific and thought-out placement. Just like climbing, you need to plan out your route. That would be cool to climb next to this waterfall. Up this. Maybe we do that. And some routes look easier than they actually are. No shot. Just like climbing, you know when you're going to fall. In real life, you can start to feel the weakness in your grip. And in the game, you know when Ava is losing hers too. Her limbs start to shake with exertion, and she starts to grunt from the pain of a failing grip. No shot. There's so many other details like this that relate to climbing because, to no surprise, the devs worked with a professional alpinist to create a realistic, challenging, math-based experience. Carin is as much about the climbing as it is survival. While scaling the mountain, you have to manage Ava's hunger, thirst, temperature, and overall health, all while fighting the limited space in your backpack. You start the game with resources that will help, but you'll quickly find that what you have is nowhere near enough to get you to the top. Throughout the journey, you'll need to search and pilfer for resources. You can find protein bars for your hunger, or pain meds that make difficult holds less painful on your hands. You can find waterfalls to refill your cantinas for your thirst, or ramen that you can cook when you bivouac, which is when you set up a camp at a save location. While in the bivouac, you can also tape up the blisters on your hands or rest to replenish your health. I don't necessarily enjoy the resource management mechanics as it takes away from the climbing at times, and it's not even really the climbing that draws me to keep playing either. Both of these things are in the demo. The thing that keeps me playing is the environment. Mount Cami is just as much of a character in this game as Ava. Almost everything we learn about the world we're climbing through is learned through the environmental storytelling of Mount Cami. I found that there used to be a cable car and hiking trail that would take you up part of the mountain, but now it's broken down and hasn't been used for years. I found signs of a civilization that lived here, with cave paintings and informational plaques around. I found a cave that a party was hosted in, and I was curious enough to discover that someone had a little too much to drink and fell to their deaths there.
We all walk this path knowing the risks.
Mount Cami demands your curiosity, and with an amazing art style and art direction, your curiosity is rewarded with what is one of the most beautiful games I've ever looked at. I'm only a few hours into Cairn, but within those few hours, every time I've crested a cliff to discover something new or looked out at how far up I've gone, my human instinct to answer that call to adventure is satiated and then inspired again. My need to sit and just take the world in is fed left and right with calm respites and beautiful skies.
Dude, look at this game, dude.
I didn't think much of Cairn at first. The climbing was new and felt close to what climbing is really like, but I couldn't really see a whole game working around it. The survival resource management has been done hundreds of times before, but there are a few games that immerse you in its beautiful world and hook you like Cairn has. My excitement to see what's over the next hill hasn't been this high since a game like Breath of the Wild. I didn't think a game this simple could be this entrapping, but like I said before, the game is minimal yet magnetic. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, well, leave a like, and if you really liked it, maybe even subscribe. I know this was kind of a shorter one. I really have only put like 3 hours into this game, but it's really been fun to play so far, and I've like immediately fell in love with it, and I just needed to get something out about it. So that's why this one's pretty short. I'm also still working on a Silksong video, but I still need to beat the game first. I think I'm like 35 hours into that, and it's taken me a really long time because I play the game and then I go and I edit all my footage, so I'm basically playing the game twice. But hopefully I'll be able to get that out soon. So yeah, thanks again for watching. If you want to see more about this game when I've actually beat it, let me know in the comments, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.